Can you believe we're almost done with this chapter? Today we're going to practice dividing by one digit using the traditional algorithm for bigger numbers. Go ahead and start by writing the title on your notes. We're still going to look at dividing multi-digit numbers today using place value, but we're going to add in the part where we can check our answer using the inverse operation of multiplication. Let's give it a shot. Students in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grades made 525 origami owls to display in the library. Each grade made the same number of animals. How many animals did each grade make? To solve this problem, I know that there are 525 origami owls that are going to be displayed in the library. I also know that each grade made the same number of animals. Since 3rd, 4th, and 5th grades made the origami animals, I know there were 3 grades that made the animals. To find out how many animals each grade make, I'm going to divide 525 by 3. At this point, there's lots of acronyms that come to mind to help me remember the steps for multiplication and division. Your teacher may have talked about McDonald's and told you, does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? One that I like the most is Daddy, Mommy, Sister, Brother. Either way you look at it, the acronyms stand for the same letters. D for divide, M for multiply, S for subtract, and B for bring down. So let's give it a shot. If I do 525 divided by 3, I'm going to start by asking myself, if I have 5 hundreds and I want to divide it into 3 groups, I can put 100 in each group. That's my division part. 1 times 3 is 3. There's my multiply. Subtract 5 minus 3 is 2. I have 2 hundreds left. And now I'm going to bring down the 2 in the tens place. What I have left in this problem is 22 tens and 5 ones. I'm going to now divide my 22 tens into 3 equal groups. I know 7 times 3 is 21, so 22 divided by 3 is 7, and 7 times 3 is 21. I'm going to subtract 22 minus 21, telling me that I have 1 10 left over. And I'm now going to bring down my 5. 15 ones is what's left in my problem. And when I divide that by 3, I can put 5 into each group. 5 times 3 is 15. And I subtract, leaving none left over. This tells me that each grade made 175 origami owls. Since 525 divided by 3 gave us the answer of 175, we can use the inverse operation. Since multiplication and division are inverse operations, I can check my answer using multiplication. To do that, I'm going to multiply my quotient by my divisor, or 175 times 3. Since 3 times 5 is 15, and I regroup my 1, 3 times 7 is 21, and 1 more makes 22, and I regroup my 2, and 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. Since my result to my multiplication or my product, matches my dividend, I know that my answer is correct. Let's try another one. Copy this example down. There are 8,523 sheets of origami paper to be divided equally among 8 schools. How many sheets of origami paper will each school get? 8,523 sheets divided by 8. I need to use Daddy, Mommy, Sister, Brother. 8,000 split into 8 groups puts 1,000 in each group. 1 times 8 is 8. And there are no thousands left over. I bring down my 500s. 500 split into 8 groups. I can't do that without breaking apart my hundreds. So it goes 0. And 0 times 8 is 0, leaving me still with those 500s. But I bring down my 2, so now I have 52 tens. I knew that 8 times 6 is 48. So 52 divided by 8 is 6. Because 6 times 8 is 48, I'm going to subtract 52 minus 48. 12 minus 8 is 4, and nothing, leaving me with 4 left over. And I bring down my 3. I finally divide the 43 ones by 8. And I know that 8 times 5 is 40. Since 8 times 5 is 40, I multiply and subtract, giving me 3 left over, to get an answer of 1,065 remainder 3. Since 8,523 divided by 8 is 1,065 remainder 3, I can check my work using multiplication. In this case, I'm going to multiply my quotient by my divisor, 1,065 times 8. 8 times 5 is 40. 6 times 8 is 48, plus 4 is 52. 8 times 0 is 0, plus 5 is 5, and 8 times 1 is 8. My remainder is then added to the product because it's the leftover, giving me 8,523. If my answer matches my dividend, which it does, I know my work is correct. You try this one. Do 783 divided by 9 and check your work. Then replay to see if you got it right. Did you see that 783 divided by 9 is 87? And then check your work. 87 times 9 is 783. Since my dividend and my product match, I know my answer's right.
Good job.
See? Even Angela knows you did a good job. It's time to complete your check. Complete the problems that accompany this lesson, and we'll review these problems at the beginning of class. Thanks, and have a great evening.